KXVS, broadcasting from Stone Tube Studios, is the voice of Stockton.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Marcellus.
This is your girl Ronnie.
It's Tim Hawley.
And Al X.
And we're coming at you with the KXVS
Morning Show.
Good morning, Stockton, California. This is your boy Marcellus, and I'm here with the crew. We got Timothy, Alex, and our special guest, Darius.
Hello.
How's everybody doing with us this morning, man? We are in here feeling fantastic. We all woke up on a little bit of the tired side, but that's all right because we have donuts to rush our blood with sugar and get us through the show.
Yeah, and then drop us off right after, right?
Yep, drop us off right after, which I quite don't mind. I would like to be dropped off after the show to a nice bed, soft bed. Anybody out there who wants to call in and offer me a little, preferably king size because I'm a king, you know. Nice soft mattress with a nice Tempur-Pedic pillow, possibly. You know, I'm a little bougie today. I'm feeling a little bougie today. I got the number 66 on the back of my jersey. And now that we're here with Darius, he could tell me a little bit more about what that means. What does that mean, 66 on my back? Is that a good sign? Because you said yesterday that my lucky number was 9 and anything divisible by 9. No, anything divisible by 3 would be my lucky number, and I believe this is divisible by 3. It is, yeah. A lot of 3s.
So the number 66 is what he's wearing on the back of his Bulls jersey. I had a lot of respect, man. The number 66, it's powerful because it's got 6 and then 6 combined together. That's 6 times the 11. This is the number of balance, love, harmony, but it's also the number of earthly contentment. It's the number of nurturing. It's the number of ability to express yourself. Really powerfully. People who have that vibration anywhere in their chart tend to have this ability to talk very well to like massive audiences. If Joel Osteen.
Well, would you look at that? It was meant to be. And the funny thing about this, viewers, is that I walked into the building and he told me I had the 66 on. I didn't even know I had the 66. I had no idea. So it's funny how my life just seems to align itself in where it's going. Like, Marcellus, you're awesome. Let's just throw this shirt on today. Bow. Actually, viewers, little secret. Nobody's perfect. I woke up a little late, and this was a shirt on I had last night. But I was doing mics, and it went really well in this shirt as well. And I was like, man, this shirt, you know what? I think I might just wear it tomorrow, too. I'm playing, no. But, no, definitely. I think I might start writing 66 on my tags or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just a good...
And 33, man.
And 33?
33. That's another one.
Nice.
I would do it.
Well, there it goes. Darius will do it.
Yeah.
He wears... okay, viewers, he just showed to the cameras that he has a 23 on his hat. At first, I thought this was a Jordan hat, and I was like, interesting, you know.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody in Stockton does. But it's not. He wears the number 23 on his hat to symbolize your lucky number, your spiritual number. What would you call that?
Vibrational number.
Vibrational number, which is the number 5. And so he rocks it on his hat. He told me yesterday my vibrational number was a 9. I haven't made a hat for it yet, but turn the 6 up sign, that's a 9 now. That's great. Turn the 6 upside down, that's a 9 now. I got 2 9s on my shirt.
So
okay.
when you look at it, do you just start to pay attention to how many things you have of that certain number? So if you have, yours is a 5, so do you, let me have 5 coins in my pocket. Let me keep
Interesting
5
question.
pencils in my backpack. Is that something that you would pay attention to?
You knock on the door like 5 times.
Me personally,
Right. Then you start turning into OCD. Though.
I do it for the things that I give the most attention to. Like
Okay.
I'm not really thinking so much about like I mean if I use pens a lot, and if that's something really big in what I do, I'm gonna make sure I have a certain number of whatever that is if it's important to me. Other thing, because energy goes where attention goes. Energy flows where attention goes. So if you give a lot of attention to something, then it will generate that energy. And so if you put so the whole point in using the numbers like this is to put energy toward it so that you magnify it when the day comes or by it in itself. So the real power is we could say it's from the number, but it's from the attention that you give the number and how vibrationally matching that is to you, to your frequency, because you're giving off a frequency constantly. And when you put attention on things that match that frequency, you bring more things that match your vibration.
Oh man, I apologize.
You good? So I'm sitting here thinking like, so a guy couldn't be like cheat on his girl a couple times and be like, well,
No, it'd
girl,
have to be 5 exactly. I'm
my
playing.
vibrational number.
It'd have to be 5 and
My
to
vibrational number. I mean, I had to. I mean, it's just some weird.
I couldn't stop at 1 or 2. Babe.
How far could somebody take this? And it sounds like as far as they want, as long as it's important to their road in life. I would suppose.
Right. Like example, case in point. Something that is really important to you, like or someone like, oh man, look, I'm trying to get this job, or I'm trying to go to this event, or I'm trying to throw this show. Like, man, what's a good day for me to do this? Okay, so there's a number of different things they look at. So wearing the numbers and putting them in your pockets and your coins and do I carry $5 bills around with me or stuff like that? That's one way of using it, right, man? But let's check this out. There's colors that you wear. There's colors because numbers resonate with colors too. For instance, the number 1 resonates with the color red. I don't wear red every day, but my life path number is a 1. Now I have other colors. I have other numbers. We all have different frequencies, and we have external numbers that affect us that we don't even know about. So, you could be born on the 9th, 18th, 20th, whatever, any of these days, but there's other numbers that are impacting you. There's something called I'm about to get I'm gonna list some stuff. So if you got a notepad and pen, write it. If not, just listen. We got calendar days, calendar months, calendar years. Then we have personal days, personal months, personal years. Then we got, what do I personally experience when I'm getting that influence on me? What's my outcome? Meaning, if I got 2 pairs of sunglasses and I'm like, hey Marcellus, man, here's these rose color sunglasses, and Tim, here's these yellow color sunglasses.
Okay.
You're going to look at the world from 2 different perspectives, 2 different colors. Mm-hmm. You're going to look at that, Marcellus, you're going to see it, that's blue. But to you, because you're wearing red, rose colors, that's going to look purple. You're wearing yellow, so that same blue is going to look green. So there's other numbers and how they affect everyone else. That's the crazy part about it. And that's where we go into the science and the calculation and looking in depth and finding out, okay, I mean, there's just so many ways you could take this.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I think I just have good luck. How about that? Like sometimes
We can go with that.
things could just
Yeah.
fall in your lap. Maybe just, I don't try, but it's just like, maybe sometimes I feel that certain people could kind of feel the could literally feel their own vibration and just be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna do that because that's not even what I vibe with,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
could feel when they're in when they're doing something that's gonna make it positive towards another vibration in the future, like I could feel stuff like that. Like,
My aura's telling me I
like,
shouldn't do this.
yeah, like this radio show right now, like it kind of just got dropped out of random, but it's like it feels so right, you know. So nothing wrong about feels wrong about it, so it's just like, yeah, it kind of I ain't really planned for it ever to happen, but it's definitely happening at how it's supposed to be happening. I feel like, you know, like I ain't planned for none of this. I mean, I knew eventually I'd be on the radio, Breakfast Club or something, you know.
Breakfast Club or something.
Yeah, but
Respect.
I didn't know how. I didn't know, you know, when.
Yeah.
Or that I was gonna have my own morning show, and now I can see how it's you know, it just kind of, oh, that's how that happened. Like, oh, you know, now moving forward, you know, I don't know, tomorrow, like, or the next month, somebody's gonna come up to me like, hey, bro, look, like the next opportunity, the next step, you know, the next thing, they just really unfold after like months, every I want to say like every couple months, new opportunities just get thrown at me and stuff. So it's like I feel all that being attractive, but what makes me feel like if I actually knew how to take advantage of the numbers, I feel like, dude, I'd be dangerous, man. It'd be like, wait, oh no, this day too, yep, oh no, we playing this 5 years in advance, yep, like, yeah, I'd be dangerous.
You still are, dude. I'm 26. You're 21.
22.
Oh, wait. See, you still got more time. It's 4 years difference. By the time you're my age, with this knowledge that you have now,
Yeah.
it's like, where can you be at after using this?
Yeah, definitely, and I'm excited for the future. I am, man. I'm gonna keep riding these vibrational waves on towards, you know, whatever God wants to stop me. Not so that he stop me. Whatever his plan is for me, I'm ready to take it there. You know, if God's like, you know, Marcellus, you don't need to be like Kevin Hart. You just don't, you know, your nose is way too big for the spotlight, or I don't know. Let's just keep you local and on the radio. Let's keep you a Ricky Smiley type of, you know, vibration. I'll be like, okay. You know, whatever his plan, he always knows what he's doing. Anyways, does astrology tie to religion anyway?
To religion?
Yeah.
In what way?
In a way of where, I don't know if this makes sense, but like in a way of like, oh yeah, this makes sense in the Bible because they say it in these numbers too, or like, you know, tied together, and like
astrology or numerology?
What is the difference, actually?
Oh, cool. Perfect question. Astrology is the study of how the planet's vibrational impact affects us.
Okay.
And we use the planetary signs and the symbols like Gemini, Pisces. Now, numerology is similar in that it also relies on birth, but it more so goes into the specific numbers of your chart, and then it breaks down the name that you have. They work hand in hand because 1 resonates with the sun, 2 is the moon, 3 is Jupiter, 4 is Uranus, 5 is Mercury, 6 is Venus, and I'm sure everybody wants to know the rest. So 7 is Neptune, 8 is Saturn, and 9 is Mars. So all the different planets correspond to a different number. So there's similarity in that way, and they can play hand in hand, but the difference is great. But here's the crazy thing about it, and this is how it makes me enjoy spending choice time with skeptics, because my buddy was a skeptic for years.
As in, like, bruh, come on now.
Yeah.
You're selling false hope. Come on now.
Here's why. Here's why it's really cool for skeptics, because you can go to a person who's a numerologist like myself. I'll do a reading for you, and then you go to an astrologer who's been doing it, who's really good, skilled. And then my buddy, he, like I was saying, he was a skeptic. He did that, and he came to me. He was like, "Man, Darius, I don't know, man. Why should I even go to you? Because he told me the same exact thing that you said. I'm like, well, look, that's how you know it's accurate. If you're gonna find consistency in two completely different systems.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, any other thing we're talking about,
What
if
was
that
it?
happens, then you're gonna believe it.
Right.
What was he living a boring life or what?
No.
Was he like, I'm not content with this?
It was more so he has this curiosity. He just wanted to. He has a lot of questions, so he's like, okay, well, let me check this out. But then when I brought that point up to him, he was like, well, hey, look, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, he's like, he's a man of science, so man, that makes sense. If something is true, then you're gonna find consistency. If it's not true, then I'm gonna find a bunch of holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
So since I haven't been able to find holes, he's like, man, I definitely don't know how to explain it, but I don't find any holes in it, and I find consistency in this person and what this person. We didn't even speak. I don't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just the how they work into each other is just amazing. Like stuff if you check out my astrology, then check out my numerology. Yeah. Boom. Then numerology helps to explain certain parts in astrology, because look, what if you're like a certain sign, right, that doesn't get along with another certain sign according to, like, on paper, but when you interact, it's like you guys are brothers. It's like, whoa. Well, according to astrology, we shouldn't get along. But look, if we take a look at the numerology, it's going to reveal another facet.
Right.
And that's where I feel like they get you. Okay, not get you, but in a way of get you, as in like, okay, now we took this numerology, like the people who understand it really well, it's like, wait a minute. This is perfect to sell, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I could tell you these 5 numbers, right, and then literally just keep going until you don't want to pay. Like, we could go all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many hours you want to do this? Infinity? Okay, let's hit all the numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's just, what's the next formula? What's the deeper one? Oh, let me get your social. Yeah, write your social down. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. Keep going. So it's like, it's almost like in my head, just a bunch of numbers that you could just keep.
Like, how do you know it's really authentic?
I mean, I'm sure it is, but what I'm saying is, it could just keep getting that number will complement this number. That number will complement this number. We add these, we'll find another number that sounds exciting. You know, to excite people. You know.
That's the depth that it goes into, as long as it's providing a value to people.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. Me and my friend were talking about that in the car last night. She was like, well, do you ever get your palm read? And I was like, yeah, I've done it. Because to me, it's kind of like getting a massage. Because when you leave, you have all these positive. It's not the fact that I so far as believe everything that they're telling me, but it's the fact of, oh, you may be making my brain make a connection, like, oh, this person in your life, you need to cut them out soon, so that when I leave from you, I'm like, okay, now I'm thinking about that person in my life, you know. I leave starting with thoughts on my mind, you know. They make me think, just like as if I would have left there, like, oh, it's kind of like a pump up, you know. Like, wait a minute, I'm gonna master this, I'm gonna master that. Like, what? I don't know if you ever literally read somebody's number and it's like, bro, you got nothing going on, no potential, or like no potential at all. How'd you make it here? Save your money, sir. You're gonna need those. You're gonna need those 5.
Like,
well, no, that's funny, bro.
Like none whatsoever.
It's like
don't reproduce.
I used to like he has. So I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's funny. Like,
I used to think, like, you know, people tell you about past lives. That, oh man, back in the past life, you were a captain, and you were a king, you were Napoleon. So you go to somebody, man, you just a regular dude. Yeah, you just a regular dude.
But when you do it, do you make it exciting? Like, oh, but hold on now, that's a 3. That's a 3. 3s are good. Like 3s are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, 2s aren't bad. They're not. Yeah.
Sugar-coated.
Yeah, sugar-coated. You want to know about this? We could divide that though, and you know what I'm saying, carry the 1, and then that kind of makes an 11. You didn't have an 11, but we could call it an 11. Yeah.
How you looking at me right now?
Yeah.
It might be an 11. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, it might. Raul, see, look, when you turn this number upside down,
That's a 9 now.
but it's you know, people. But here you go. Then check this out. Another way of looking at it. Does everyone live up to their potential?
There you go.
I doubt it. I mean,
Yeah.
I rarely doubt it because there are a lot of, like, I wouldn't call them setbacks as far as things that make us feel less wanting to do something. Like, for instance, when somebody has a child, they have a lot more things on their hand, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could still do what you know what I'm saying, put that extra work in to make to your goals, but they're little, you know,
It gets
little,
harder.
yeah, little things like that, and we all have them, but it really takes some extra to overcome that after you get off work. You know what I'm saying? You have stuff to do to put that extra time in to achieve those major goals, especially if you want to do something on a different scale than others, like being a doctor or trying to be a comedian on a different level, you know, not just mediocre.
But isn't that part of reaching our goals, though?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. But
our goals are lifelong things that we achieve, so it's not like we just wake up and we're like, yeah, I have this goal in life and I just know exactly what I want to do and exactly how I'm going to get there.
yeah, true. I meet a lot of people who are great at things. Like, maybe they'll be real good musicians, or, you know, a lot of artsy people who really aren't pursuing that craft because of that reason. Maybe they have those setbacks or this or that. Like, they're there, you know, they could be there. They have some, like you said, potential,
Yes.
but they're not using.
They're not pursuing it.
They're not. Yeah.
And we will discuss more of this and a lot with our special guest after our break.
When we come back from the break. Peace.
Out.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what